Good morning. Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today is Thursday, August 16th, 2018. We're looking at the crude oil futures market. Looking at my 89 tick chart. If we look top down today, let's go and start with the daily. Look at yesterday and then work our way back. Move this over a little bit. So yesterday we had a down day. It looks like it's went to almost touch. This is the daily chart, right? Yeah, okay, the dailies right there. That's a significant point that we're reaching because it's the 200 bar SMA, and we haven't been at that level since back in October of 2017. Down here, and it just briefly went down to it and then came off of it. And then you can see it went to it and then fought off of it. So the most significant point in the day traders on a chart is to know where, if it's close, is to know where that 200 bar SMA is located at, and know how much room you may or may not have in a trade sequence that you're putting on. So right now on a short side, we approached it, but we didn't go through it. Now, yeah, obviously we can go through it, but the as we get and draw near to it, it works kind of like a repellent. It'll repel against it, and then once it does drive through, then it could push down and through hard. But usually, as you can see, this is the repellent side of it right now that's working. Looking top down on the hourly charts, we see as the market's coming off of, I'll show you why we're heading down just in a second. At least volume is telling me why we're heading down, and we'll look at that. So this is not giving you any help. This is inside a trading range, and we went down yesterday, and then we've been inside a trading congestion period. Looking at the 15 minutes, see that we're coming off of what might be a swing high. You can see a 15-minute, and let's look at the hourly. Where's the hour? I've got to look at the hourly. Where's the 200 bar on the hourly chart? Okay, that's way out there, so I'm not really worried and concerned about that right now. 15-minute. So possible retracement could bring it back to up here to the 60, in between pivot and R1 up to 66.11. And then if we look down, top down to the 5-minute, we can see that we're right on the 200 bar, and we're fighting off of it right now at 6,500 level. As far as volume goes, let me move this off the charts now, or off the screen. I shouldn't say off the charts, off the screen. Here's the 89 tick chart, and this ends up right here at 7 a.m. as highest volume bar on the blue side. Now there is a red that came in last night in 1972. I'm not looking at that. Usually when I look at where does the day start. So I usually look at the midnight into the day. I don't. This to me is still previous day. Now I could be wrong about that, but that's how I do it right now. So what I'm looking at is volume right now. What is showing up right now? We can see a volume bar there, and then we see right at the 6:30 mark, the 7 o'clock mark, we see a high volume red bar that comes in at 6:38, and then a high volume blue bar that comes in at 7 a.m. And then we see what we're doing right now. Now I marked this on the charts for now, just to kind of, if I would have gotten involved, where would I have found some level? And actually, if I really was Johnny on the spot, it'd be around the 24 mark. So let me move this up to 24. This is the first time that we had a crossover and then through it. So 24, and if we plug that in, I believe we've been 1p right now. 64.97 would be a 1p run. And that would be based upon this blue bar volume right there. I'm not in it right now because, well, I missed it. It was prior to 8 o'clock. So I'm trying, I don't know. I mean, I had the charts on, but I wasn't ready to go at that point. So it's my call. Usually I wait until 8 o'clock. I mean, you got to have a starting time. And I'm trying to stay consistent with my starting time and looking at trades after the 8 o'clock mark. So right now what I see is that there was a possible short that went to a 1p move, and now we're trading in between the 1p and entry point. Honestly, all we've done so far is run a little below settlement. And if we look at the lows, we're nowhere near the lows that have been posted today. 6443 low of the day versus 6538. We're really close to that, and in fact I think we're actually closer to pivot. Yeah, here's pivot up here. I really believe pivot's going to come into play for a while. So, and you see S1 way on down here, down by the 6400 level. So yeah, we can run. I just don't know when we're going to run, if any. And the other side of this is, it's got me, maybe I should preface this and started this conversation of why I'm not in a trade right now. That it's Thursday and it's the day before option expiration, futures expiring, and the crude oil market. The normal third Friday of the month is the normal time. In fact, that's what I didn't look at is what's volume related between this one and the other one. So September versus October, they're close. September is at, what's it, September? No, August. This is October. October's at 74,000, and September's at 136,000 right now. So September's still the current contract, but the volume is starting to get pretty close to each other. All right, so I'm going to pause here. Ideally, what I want to see is another high volume bar before I get involved. Give myself a little bit of leeway here. We'll talk to you in a... All right, let's look at... we're an hour and so into trading from the 8 o'clock mark. The market went 25 and it made it back to 26. and then it's selling off from here. But from the 8 o'clock to right now, there hasn't been a volume bar greater than 1,000. So if I would have been in a trade and in at 25 and it went 1R or 1P, excuse me, I would be at break even. And unfortunately, it would have taken me out. So there's the break even. It comes up to 26 and then it sells off from here. That's best case scenario for me right now. In at 25, out at 25. So what I noticed is that I want to have a reason to get into a trade, otherwise I want to stay away from it. And right now, knowing that we have options expiring and futures expiring, this is the highest volume bar that's come in the morning, over 1,000. And this would have been the entry to be in, and this would have been the exit. Now what I would tell myself is I need to have a reason to get involved. So right now I'm in a no-fly zone. I'm waiting for a reason to be involved in the market, so not just to jump. So that's where I am right now. I'll update you a little bit later how the day progressed. Alright, so let's finish this video up today. I didn't see 1,000 trade bar. It went down, it went back up, but there was no 1,000 bar. Still at this point in time, there's still no 1,000 trade bar, and we've been in a very, very tight range. So it kept me from the only trade possible, like I talked about, was over here off of this one, and that was a break even at best, a 1P target hit, and then a break even, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it hits pivot. But on the up move, there was no volume to let me know that there was anything there. So although it went, there was nothing there that showed me that, at least the way I'm looking at it, to help me determine that there was a change of direction coming. So it'd be interesting to see how this day plays out. So I'm going to pause here, and then we'll look at be the 1 to 130 area roughly, see how the market closes up today. Talk to you in a bit. Alright, so let's close this video out. You can see that today was a non-event day, pretty much very, very tight range if you're paid attention at all to the crude oil market. So it was a boring day. I did some reading and I did some research, but no trades today. I never saw there was never a volume bar above 1,000 the whole day from the 8 o'clock mark. The only possible trade setup came in right here at the 7 o'clock mark, and to come in right here before the 8 o'clock mark. And that trade, if you got lucky enough to get 1P today would have been 26, 27 ticks. That would have been a decent profit. And if I would have probably got 3 or 4 ticks out of here, most likely the only trade today would have been a +3, +4. The rest of them were back and forth. It looked like it wanted to do something. You had this move up, and that was the prior day. It's 65.50. You go back and look at the if you go look back, well, actually I'll show you. It's that 65.50 is a significant number because it comes off the inventory report at 9:30 from yesterday. Now I set up the range right here, right? So the range of the inventories 65.50, and you still want to sell below. So this is why I felt as though unless we got above 65.50, I really didn't think we had any business being long. And 65.70 and the buy above line is really closer to 65.90. So mid-range, sell below, buy above, and then the mid-range being at 65.70. So that's about, what, a 50 tick range right there. Yeah, about 50 tick range between 65.50 to 65.90 roughly. So no trades at all today. I thought I'd bring you up to speed with what I did. That's about it. This is Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. It's the bigger, badder me, I guess, in a sense, trying not to trade when the market's not tradable. So today was, I guess I'm proud of myself for staying away from a market that had no business as a trend trader trading. This was scalper's paradise. So if you're able to scalp today, I hope you did awesome. This is Dave Knight once again at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video that I put together. Bye for now.